Hello and welcome back to Walt and Sarah's channel. Today we're going to be doing an acrylic engraving tutorial. To begin, I'm going to get right to the case. If you're having problems with getting your acrylic to fit through your machine, even though it is that 2mm, this is what you need to do. It took me about a year to figure this out, and I cannot believe that more people don't share that knowledge. You have to slide those little white gear looking things over to the right or to the left in order for your acrylic to fit. So that is the troubleshooting. That is what everybody's keeping a secret. That's why everybody's saying, oh, you can use these to engrave. And you're like, no, I can't. It's jacking up my machine. That's it, guys. Easy peasy solution. But let's get into this, right? So we're going to start off in Cricut Design Space. And we are going to pick whatever design you want. For me, I'm going to make a flower keychain that says mom in the middle. Pretty cute, pretty simple. It's definitely a good starter project here until you can get fancier and start adding like designs in your engravings and all that. So just trying to make the font a little bit thicker. I did try this with a thinner font and it was cursive. It did not work or look good. I actually didn't engrave it, but I could see through the design space that it was just not going to look good as an engraving. So I use this thicker font. I'm going to fill in the center here of our flower, and then we have to slice it. So in order to do that, you have to select both images. Now remember, you can only select 2 images or items at a time, or layers rather. You can only select 2 at a time when you are slicing. So, I mean, luckily here we only have the 2 anyway. We have the flower and then the font. These 2 moms over here on the right are getting deleted, and now we have our cutout. Up at the top, you're going to go ahead and click Operation. From the drop down, you're going to want to select Engrave, and that is going to change your file from a cut file to an engraving file. Now keep in mind, I know personally I cannot do any type of engraving on my mobile device, so I cannot use the Cricut app on an Android to select engraving. I had to go on my desktop, well, my laptop computer in order to do this. So it might not work in your app, but it should work on your computer. Now here I'm just switching out the blade, if you will. I have to take out the regular cutting blade and I have to put in the engraving tool. So definitely on your list of items needed to engrave is the engraving tool. Super important. You can't do it without it. Now these acrylic little discs here, I got these off of Amazon. They do come with a film on both sides. I have used my nails to pick them off, but I kind of figured just using the picking tool has seemed to, or weeding tool rather, I don't know where my words are today. Using the weeding tool seems to be the most efficient. The only thing you have to be careful of is not to scratch your acrylic face. You can very easily scratch it. So you want to be super, super careful and just pick up the plastic there, the covering, and keep it moving, okay? So this, I'm also, because of those little, as I call them, little white gears there that you see in the background, I do like to put my acrylics towards the center of the mat, and excuse my dirty mat, but this is my like throwaway one. This is going to be the first one that goes in the trash when it's on its last leg, because look how dirty it is. And I have some engraving on the background as well. So the tape I'm using is just regular painter's tape. It was just like a cheaper alternative that I found on Amazon. So that was just regular painter's tape. You don't need anything fancy. You don't want to use anything too sticky, or you're going to have sticky marks on your acrylic. So just use regular painter's tape, tape it down real nice on the edges, and all will be well. Now we're back in Design Studio, and we are trying to get our software to align where our actual acrylic is on our mat. So if you remember, I put it right there at that like 6-inch mark, and I'm trying to just make sure it's nice and centered using the lines, doing my best here. One thing, if Cricut, if you ever watch this video, what you should do is try to make it where we can actually edit where it lines up on the mat in that screen, just like the embroidery machines do. That would be awesome and save us so much time. So under materials, we're going to click acrylic 2mm, and it will work, guys. Get ready. So here we go. This is me once again showing you this super important step. You have to slide these things out of the way. Get them out of there. And this is why we're doing our acrylic down the center instead of doing it off to the left at the 1 mark or 0 mark. We are keeping it at the 6 because we need it to fit under our bar here. and making sure those little white circle things are pushed to the side and out of the way, or it will not work. It will not feed through our machine. It makes a scary sound, and then you're worried you broke it, and whew, let's just avoid all that by following this step. I didn't really want to speed up the video too much. I wanted you guys to kind of see this in live time because it doesn't take long to do at all if you have just an outline of an engraving rather than the design in the center. This part was a little boring, so I did speed it up. It probably took about 4 minutes max to do this, but I still thought it would be unfair for you guys to make you sit here for 4 minutes just watching the tool run. So a little boring there. Little mistake was just putting the tape down a little bit too low. You could see that I did engrave the tape a little bit, but that's fine. It actually still cut through. Didn't have any problems. Again, it's just very thin painter's tape, so we didn't have to worry about it. And now the struggle's real here, where I'm trying to get some of this like acrylic crud off of the picture here. I don't know if you saw earlier, I forgot to mention, I did mirror this. That way the smooth side, once it's done, because it's mirrored, the smooth side is the actual image itself. I mean, the word is mom, so it really doesn't matter which way it flips, but we do have a capital M. So if you're holding it the proper way, the rough side is on the back, and then the nice, pretty, clean cut, smooth side is on the front here. So this is my completely finished product. I added a yellow little tassel there. The key ring is on. It's so cute and turned out so nice. It was such an easy project. I mean, start to finish, maybe 15 minutes. Very cool, very nice. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go catch my breath. I'll see y'all next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.